Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by to spend a little time with me for messages for all signs, followed by Reiki, and then free for all questions or card of the day, whichever will happen to be your preference. Today is, what is today? February the 22nd. It is Thursday. We're going to be doing messages for the 23rd. So let's just get started. Aries, what do I have coming up for you guys for the 23rd of February? Aries, what I'm hearing is round and round the mulberry bush we go. I think that you guys are doing some things and you're feeling like what you're doing is more on a superficial level than on any other level right now, Aries. That what you're doing is not very big in the huge scope of things. So when you're looking at the big picture, you're feeling like whatever this is you're accomplishing is small potatoes, so to speak. And I almost want to say it has you feeling a little frustrated, but on the other hand, I think you're also in this place of at least you're making some people happy. You're meeting some requirements, you know. So even though it's kind of really small potatoes, it's making people happy who are looking at you and who have requirements for you. So you're happy about that much of it, at least, Aries. Renee Martin, good morning, good morning. Angela Luke's, glad to see you here, my dear. How are you? Are you on the road? Or are you already where you need to be? Hello there, Taurus. Let's look at you guys for the 23rd. Taurus, I'm feeling like on the 23rd, what you eat is going to be important. You're going to be paying attention to those things that you're putting in your mouth. Not only what you eat, but also what you drink. What you drink, what you drink. Some of you may be actually going on some kind of cleanse or detoxification. I'm seeing lots and lots and lots of water for you, Taurus. So what you eat is going to be important. What you drink is going to be important for how you feel on the 23rd, Tauruses. And I think you're going to be very, very aware of that. Ah, gotcha. I hear ya. Well, whatever you do, just be safe. Make sure you're in a good headspace before you actually put it in drive. Or you can focus. Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Let's look at you guys. As a matter of fact, there's 5 people here right now. Not everybody said hi. That's okay. If y'all don't mind, send some prayers for Miss Angela. She is going through a more challenging time right now. To help her with that, that would be great. Hello there, Natalie Leffner. Glad to see you here. Okay, let's go back to Gemini. Got a little distracted. Excuse me. Getting all choked up here. What's going on? Gemini, I think you're putting some facts and figures in order. You may even be doing some kind of literal accounting work. Oh, Geminis. A lot of you are preparing your taxes. Because I just heard you're putting things in order as far as financial numbers for other people to look over. So for a lot of you, you are literally preparing your taxes. For others of you, maybe you're going through an audit or something like that, Geminis. But you know, and for others of you, you could be just putting your finances in order and putting it all on paper because you're creating a budget for yourself. Maybe nobody else is really looking it over, but for a lot of you, somebody else is looking over these figures and facts that you're putting on paper, Gemini. Anna Minton, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. Okay, so let's, if you guys haven't already, and if you don't mind, please share. The more here, the merrier. The merrier I am, and the more information we get to share back and forth and hear from each other, it's all good. Cancers. Cancer, Cancer. Let's take a peek at you guys today. What I'm hearing is literally happiness and joyfulness is the focus, the 23rd, Cancers. Now, happiness and joyfulness, if I would have heard it's the main theme, I would have thought, oh, it's going to be pretty easy to be happy and joyful. Since I'm hearing that it's the focus, what I would tell you, Cancers, is my interpretation of that is that you're going to have to focus on being happy and joyful on the 23rd, that it's not going to be necessarily the main theme, but it's going to be your choice. All about your choice, Cancers. He watches somebody too much. I hear you. I hear you. Let's look at Leo. Leo, how long are you going to let somebody put you through hoops? Jump through this hoop. Oh, great, you did a good job. Now jump through this hoop. Usually they don't say, oh, great, you did a good job. Here's another hoop to jump through. Simple Simon says, red, yellow, green, blue, red, yellow, green, blue, 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 blue. And Leo's going red, yellow, green, blue, red, yellow, green, blue, 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 blue. Stop jumping through those hoops, Leo. Actually, the message from Spirit is, how long are you going to keep jumping through those hoops? The thing is, whoever it is that's having you jump through hoops, Leo, it really isn't about them. It's about you. It's about you and knowing your own value, your own self-worth, and knowing that your value and your worth is way more than what shows up by how well you jump through other people's manufactured hoops. Okay, so quit trying to live up to other people's expectations, especially when they change their expectations all the time just to try to make you prove something new, something else, something bigger, something better. That only makes life hard on you, and that other person is never going to be satisfied. I used to have a friend that would always talk about the voices in people's heads. We all have voices in our heads that say something, whether it's the memory of our moms saying, clean your plate, or whatever. We all have voices in our heads. And so he would talk about the voices in our heads. And when it came to something like this, he would always say, the voices will never be satisfied. You know, it doesn't matter how many hoops you jump through for this person, their voices in their head will never be satisfied. They'll never feel secure. So at some point you have to stand up and say, you know what, this is how it is. And I've jumped through enough hoops and I hope you get it now, because I'm not jumping through hoops anymore. Okay. So all of that was really me on my soapbox. The general message here is, how many hoops are you going to jump through, Leo? All right. So I don't know if I have any Leos who watch, actually. At least not that are usually here live. Virgo. Virgo. What I'm hearing is, don't be caught chasing your tail. Virgos, it's really important that you set your purpose on the 23rd, things that you want to get accomplished and that you want to do, and stay focused on that purpose. Don't be distracted by little details. Stay focused on your purpose. That's Virgo. Libra for the 23rd. Libra, Libra, Libra. Oh, that's you? You're a Leo? So there is a Leo in the room. Woohoo. The only lions that jump through hoops are the ones who are in the circus. Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, I think there's something that you are running with great efficiency, whether it's that you're in charge of a project at work, whether it's you're running your home with great efficiency, whether it's running the office with great efficiency. I think that you are taking the reins if you did not have the reins already, and you're doing a really great job of making everything work smoothly. Libra, you're on the cusp of Libra and Cancer. Gotcha. Oh, very cool, Anna Minton. It is all about choice, isn't it? Oh, Virgo was for you, Natalie. Gotcha. Okay. So Natalie is a Virgo, and then Renee is kind of a Leo, a cuspy Leo. All right, so let's look at Scorpio. Ho, 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 Scorpio. Okay, well, y'all know these Scorpio messages apply to me just as much as the rest of you out there who are Scorpions. So the sense that I'm getting on the 23rd, we're going to be surprising somebody. And the interesting thing about it, what's making me laugh, is we're going to be surprising somebody and we're going to be just doing our normal thing. We're just doing what makes sense to us, what would be common sense and come easily to us. Okay? So, Scorpio, we're just going to be our usual selves, and just being our usual selves is going to really surprise someone. I do feel like I feel like they're happily surprised. In fact, I also kind of feel like they're a little bit in like a pinch me, this is too good to be true type land. For some of you, this surprise is not something you need to write to me about in the comments. Could be something happening behind closed doors, let's put it that way. But anyway, I think it's going to be a nice surprise for the other person, and we're just going to be doing our own normal thing. We're going to be like, what's your trip, man? Hello there, Cray87. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Tam, bye. Hello, hello, my dear. I'm fantastic. How are you? I'm alive. I'm breathing. That's a good story right there, isn't it? Plus, I get to do what I love to do for a living. I'm doing readings and Reiki. Yay. Life is good, 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 and getting better all the time. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not breathing too good today. Sagittarius. What I'm seeing for you guys is I'm seeing this little musical box with the little ballerina girl spinning around on top of a mirror. And I'm feeling like you feel like that little porcelain ballerina girl, like you're doing everything just right and just perfectly and just beautifully, and everybody's admiring you, and it's all fine and wonderful and yada, 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 except that inside of you, you're like, I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of being perfect and fine and beautiful and saying the right things at the right time and all of that good stuff. I want to break out into real reality instead of living up to everybody's expectations and making everybody else happy. We kind of have a lot of messages about other people's expectations today, don't we? Anyway, I feel like you're just like breaking yourself off of that music box and just going rogue. You're like, forget this. I am not the little spinning perfect ballerina. I'm going to be a real person now. Put on your hard hats and your seat belts. You're about to see real. That's Sagittarius. You're kind of heated. Oh, you're too kind-hearted. Got you. Tammy. So there's something that we can do about that. By the way, while I talk to Tammy about that, if you guys don't mind, and if you haven't already, please share. The more the merrier, and then we'll get on to Reiki. So it's time to do some scripting, Miss Tammy Bambi. I don't know if you guys know what scripting is, but It's something that I recently came across that I have found incredibly helpful for myself. But you can script for any amount of time, but maybe you want to script for like a month. Maybe you want to script for the month of March, starting now because we're in February. And you write out what the month of March is going to be like, and you include in what the month of March is going to be like. You include in that your relationships, and you script out what would be the ideal relationships. And instead of saying, this is the type of relationship I want, this is what I'm going to have, instead you write it as present tense. My relationships are amazing and awesome, wonderful two-way streets, mutually supportive and encouraging. And I'm in the relationships that I'm in. We always look at the positive in each other and accentuate the positive in each other. And we cut each other's slack when it's hard to see the positive. Those types of things. You start to write those out. You'll be amazed how fast you start to see things change. Capricorn. Let's take a peek at you guys. Capricorn, you may be going into hermit mode, or hermitizing is what I call it, on the 23rd. I'm seeing a do not disturb sign hanging out on a doorknob. So you're not really wanting to be bothered. If the phone rings or whatever, there's no guarantee that you're going to answer that on the 23rd. That may have to wait. You may have to catch up with those people on the 24th or the 25th. But yeah, I do see you doing some hermitizing. You want some time by yourself. I feel like you want some peace, and you feel like the only way you can get peace is to be alone for a little while, Capricorns. It doesn't matter who it's with. Go ahead and do the scripting, Tammy. Just script for all your relationships, not just for those. Aquarius. What do I have for Aquarius? I remember you guys yesterday, you had the little black dot on the sun. You had the flaw in the rose quartz. Spirit is going, is that little black dot going away? Something for you to think about, Aquarius. But I really want to get like an actual message for today. I feel like Aquarius on the 23rd, what you're doing is you are speaking out about something that's been bothering you for a while, but you didn't have the confidence to say what that is. So on the 23rd, speaking out about something that's been needing you to speak out on it for a while, I think. That's your piece. Well, we've got one Capricorn that relates to. Pisces. Pisces, there's a couple of things that I'm seeing for you guys. Looks like creativity is peaking, coming to a peak for you on the 23rd. You could be doing something just generally creative, painting, sculpting, sewing, creating of some kind. I don't know. But I'm also getting that a lot of you are going to be journaling or writing, going to be putting down the feelings that you have or the experiences that you've been having on paper. So journaling or writing, maybe even just typing on the computer, but for a lot of you, this is actually going to be handwriting. Okay, so that's Pisces. Next, let's do some Reiki. All right, so Reiki is going to be set for whatever will be the highest and best help to each one of you here as individuals. Those of you who are watching after the fact, all you have to do is set your intention to receive the Reiki, and you can get as much benefit from it as those who are here. Also, If you would like a different intention for the Reiki instead of just whatever would be best for you, then what you can do is you can set a more specific intention for your own particular Reiki, as long as that intention still has the Reiki focusing on you and not somebody else. Okay, so let's get this started. Anna. I only started scripting, I just heard about it maybe in December. And so I started scripting for the year 2018. And it was funny because as soon as I had written down, I think I typed my script up actually, but as soon as I had typed up different things, and I took my time, I didn't just do it over one day. But as soon as I typed up, there was like 3 different things that as soon as I typed them up, even though it wasn't 2018 yet, like the next day, that stuff started happening and manifesting in my life. I was like, whoa, this is fantastic. So we started Reiki at 48 after, which means we're going to go till 53 after the hour with Reiki. Are you guys becoming sleepy? Very sleepy? Because I'm becoming sleepy as I send this out to you guys, so I think somebody out there is getting pretty sleepy. If you have any questions about the Reiki, this is the time to ask those. We still have 4 minutes to go. Okay, Gladys, if you're feeling very emotional and some of those emotions are sort of negative, then what you want to do is you just want to acknowledge to yourself, okay, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling angry, or I'm feeling weepy, whatever it is. And then go ahead and say to yourself, or even you can say out loud, I release this emotion to the universe, and I know that this is a part of my healing process. Right, Anna Minton? There you go. Automatic writing is fun too, though. As far as scripting, though, it's more, I find scripting to be more productive as far as manifesting things. Automatic writing is more productive for me as far as getting in touch with the divine. T. Lee Jones, howdy doody. Glad to see you here from Maryland. There's another Maryland person in here normally. She's not here today. How are you, my dear? We're here doing Reiki. We've got about 2 more minutes left on the Reiki. It's howdy doody time. Julie S. Hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here in the room. Still have about 2 more minutes of Reiki. I don't know why, but time seems like it's going slower than usual today. Wonder if we've hit a black hole or something. La da dee da 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 da. La da dee da 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 da. This is the time. If you guys have questions about Reiki, this is the time to bring those things up. La da 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 da. While I'm here, while I can answer those questions, it's always a good thing. It is. It's February the 22nd. You're right. 2/22/2018. This would be a day of balance, eh? Of finding our balance. Okay, 53 after. Let me wrap up the Reiki. Time to open the floor now to free for all questions or card of the day. I will either answer a question for you or pull a card of the day for you. If you want a question, please make it as specific as you can, because I don't want to, if you say something like, is my house going to sell? I'll get a nice yes or no question or answer. But you know what? We don't want you to wait until 82 for your house to sell. We would like to know, like, will my house sell within the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is, what's appropriate for you. Okay. For those of you who have not been here before and don't know what cards of the day are, what they are is, we call them COD here in the chat. Cards of the day are just cards where I pull one tarot card, I give the interpretation, and that should be something that has happened to you within the past 24 hours or possibly within the next 24 hours. And it's something that Spirit would just like you to be more aware of than what you would be if that hadn't come up. So that's what a card of the day is for those of you who are new. That way you can pick whether you would rather have a very specific question or a card of the day. Alrighty, Crate 87 was the first one in here for a COD. Crate 87, I don't know if I've ever used Lenormand on you or not before, but you're getting the Lenormand cards today. La da 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 da. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da, da da. Crate 87, your house card is the Letter. Your cover card is the Ring. So you've got the Ring in the house of the Letter. What's going on here? This could be a book contract for you, Crate 87. Actually, that's the first thing that pops into mind as I'm looking at these two cards. Some kind of commitment that has to do with written communication. Okay, so you could be getting a contract for a letter. This could actually just be messages going back and forth about some kind of commitment, whether it's a romantic commitment, business commitment, a commitment to work on something together for the PTA, if PTAs still exist. I don't know. Yeah, some kind of commitment that has to do with communication, or communication that has to do with a commitment, either way. I would say more a commitment about communication, though, is more likely. COD from Ms. Angela Luch. Angela, I am going to crack up if the Empress comes up for your card, because the Empress is the mama of all mamas. Oh, you had a card fall. We're going to take that. It's not the Empress. It is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands just talks about having some new inspired ideas. To me, an inspired idea is an idea that comes in from Spirit to us that we are really digging. And we get to decide if we're going to pursue that idea or not. Could be an inspired idea to go get a beautiful, fantastic, wonderful pizza and have some comfort food. I've seen inspired ideas like that before. A lot of times, though, they come up around business and things to do, too. So that's for Angela Dukes. Anna Minton needs a COD. Anna Minton. Anna, Miss Anna. Here's what you got, honey. You have the Ancestor. The Ancestor card to me talks about making some kind of commitment, but it also talks about before you make that commitment that you're really thinking it through. Okay, what's going to be the cost of this? You know, how is this going to affect my life? How is this going to affect my lifestyle? Really a sacred spirit asking you to evaluate, do you really want to make this commitment? Because once you do, there's no turning back. This can be anything from a spiritual commitment, like getting baptized or any other kind of ceremony, down to a commitment about, you know, which place are you going to work for a living, or anything else, really. This is a commitment that you're thinking of that will have great impact on your life, though. So that's Anna Minton, Gladys Bursey. So Anna, your advice is think it over well before you commit. Not saying don't commit, not saying do commit, just saying think it over well before you commit. Gladys Bursey, COD. Okay, Gladys Bursey, you got the Four of Mirrors in reverse. Four of Mirrors in reverse just means that it would be really easy to have a pity party for yourself right now and to feel disappointed and distressed and all that good stuff, but you're not doing it. You're focusing on the positive and how you can move forward. You're just taking whatever disappointments came in stride and keeping on trucking, moving it right forward anyway. Okay, so that's Gladys. Good for you, by the way. Natalie Leffler. I want to say Leffler today. That's the second time I've done that. Natalie Leffler. I know what your name is, really. COD for Natalie. Excuse me. Natalie, you got the Page of Pentacles, and reverse Page of Pentacles just means sometime within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours, you're going to receive some kind of message about money or about material goods that you wish you did not have to hear. You may be spending more than you were planning on, or spending on something you weren't planning on spending on, something like that. Julie S. would like a COD, please and thank you as well. La da da da. And you're quite welcome, Gladys. Lenice Jones will be after Julie. Right now we're doing Julie S. for a COD, Julius. You've got the Hermit in reverse, Julie. This just tells me that you either have spent some time alone or you're going to within the next 24 hours. And at the end of that time alone, you are going to be so ready to socialize. You're going to be being with people after that, or at least one person. All right, let's see. Who's up next? Lenice is up next. Lenice, we're going to do Lenormand for you as well. Lenice. Okay, honey, your house card is the Scythe. All right, and your cover card is the Garden. What's going on there? Julie, I think you've got some sudden changes coming up, or you have made some sudden changes in the way that you use the internet or use social media on the internet. I hope that makes sense for you, my dear. Now, let's see. That was actually supposed to be Lenice's, wasn't it? Well, Julie, you just got two. Let's try Lenice again. Lenice card for you, my dear. Okay, Lanice, you got the King of Pentacles showing up here. This is somebody that you're interacting with who feels very self-assured and has plenty. He's in a very relaxed situation whenever it comes to finances, and he may be wanting to share some of his good fortune with you, Ms. Lanice, whenever you have contact with this person. That should be within the past 24 hours, or if not, then within the next 24 hours. Gladys Percy, you're welcome. Okay, Tammy Bambe wants a COD. You're quite welcome, Anna, for the Reiki time. Tammy Bambe wants a COD. Oh, Renee Martin. That's a great question. You've already received your contract. Yay! That's wild, cray. Was it a contract to write a book, or what kind of contract was it? That makes sense for Renee, and thank you for the Reiki. Awesome. Let's see. This is for Tammy Bambe. Aw, Tammy. I'm cheating on this one because I heard you earlier, but this talks about feeling frustrated, like you're trying to get something accomplished or meet a goal, but you're feeling frustrated in that situation. And that could very well be because you don't have two-way streets with your friends. They only want to receive and not give back. Okay, Renee's got a good question for me. I can work with this. Renee, will Renee receive $300 today? La dee dee da, da 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 da, da da da. It's not Friday yet, is it? That's interesting. Well, you don't have a straight up yes or no. It's the first thing that I want to say. You have two kings showing up here, both in reverse, though. It does look like you're going to receive some money. I'm not sure if you're going to receive the full 300, but you are going to receive some money. I do think the person that is paying you the money is going to try to weasel out of paying the full 300 amount. Yep, that's what I'm going to say. You are going to receive, I think you're going to receive like 150 or 200 today, and they're going to try to set up another time to pay you the rest. That's what I'm hearing for you, Miss Renee. You're quite welcome on the Reiki. Jean Donahue needs a COD. I am here, Ms. Jane. Glad to see you're back again. I did miss a few days. I've been back. This is my third day back, though. COD for Jane Donahue. Donahue. What? This is the exact same card that came up the last time I pulled a card off of this deck for somebody else. You guys did hear me shuffling. You got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. This just means you're going to be receiving some news that you wish you didn't have to receive, either about your money or about financial goods. You may be paying a bigger invoice than you expected, or paying on something you weren't planning on paying on at all. Anna Thorne, hello. Glad to see you in the room. You're quite welcome, Lanice. COD for Anna Thorne. You're quite welcome, Julie S. Not for a book, but for an internship. Gotcha. Well, still, congratulations. Anna Thorne. That was my alarm, so this will be the last COD or card of the last COD or free-for-all question that I answer today. So Anna Thorne's card of the day or COD coming right up. Anna Thorne. You've got justice in reverse. I feel like there's some kind of legal action that you have taken and you're wishing you could back out of it now. I don't know if you like filed a restraining order on somebody and now you're wishing you could back out of it or what's going on, but there's something that you did legally that now you're kind of like, was that really my best decision? So what do you call that? You're second guessing yourself. So that's for Anna Thorne. You're quite welcome, Julie. Yes. Da, da, da. I'm fantastic, Romy. Sorry, honey. Claire Richards. Hello, hello. You got here just a little too late, sweetie. I hear you, Tammy Bambi. You were supposed to be paid back yesterday. I hear you. You're quite welcome, Renee. Sand. Hello, hello. Glad you're here, my dear. Time for me to take off. Thank you, all of you, for keeping me company, keeping me on my toes. I do appreciate it. I look forward to the next time I get to see y'all here again. If you guys decide that you would like to have a reading, by the way, or a Reiki session, then just get a hold of me and we can get that set up quickly. The best way to reach me is through any of my contact information, which is on my website, and that website is www.amista.info. Everyone have a wonderful day. Peace out.